grandfather is sitting in the park watching his grandchildren play. They're laughing, they're running and screaming, and generally living their lives to the full. And as he sits observing, a broad smile comes across his face. Even when the children start arguing with each other, the smile remains. And they look at him, and seeing that smile and the love in his eyes for them, they work out their argument and go back to playing. It is a peaceful scene of pure joy. Maybe a little noisy, but pure joy. Thus says the wisdom of God, I was his delight day by day, playing before him all the while, playing on the surface of his earth, and I found delight in the human race. Read in the light of the New Testament, that passage describes the relationship between the creating God, whom Jesus called Father, and the Son, who was with him as creation unfolded, whom we now call Jesus, but who existed before Jesus, whom we also call the Son. The human Jesus came into existence at a point in time on earth. The Son existed always. And today we celebrate the Father and the Son and their bond of love, whom we call the Holy Spirit. One God, defined in three distinct persons. So the triangle is one of the most ancient symbols, right, of the Trinity, or for the Trinity. Three equal sides, three equal angles, yet one structure. Take one of the three away, and there is no triangle. But in order to begin to grasp this understanding of God, we have to move beyond geometry and into love. The love of God has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit that has been given to us, says Paul in Romans today. Lover, beloved, bond of love. It is only through love that we can come to know God. Back to that grandfather or grandmother watching the grandchildren. The children look to the grandfather when they are having a hard moment, and the simple reassurance of the love he has for them helps them move through it. That is one of the special gifts of seeing God as Trinity, a love that unites three so profoundly that one does not exist without the other, and the three do not exist outside of the one. If we can grasp a little of that and believe in the love demonstrated to us and shared with us by Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we live differently. We live as a people of hope, which is more than just positive thinking or wishing, right? That is what St. Paul is trying to tell us in that wonderful litany. We boast in the hope of the glory of God, knowing that affliction produces endurance, and endurance, proven character, and proven character, hope. In the midst of the trials and tribulations of this life, how can we ever reach good character and hope but for the awareness of the glory of God? St. Paul can say, hope does not disappoint, because the love of God ensures us that our hope is real. A love that never separates or abandons, and that, united with humankind in birth and in death, sustains us so that we might be forever united with that triune God. One of the things that I often share with new parents coming to plan their child's baptism is that the best gift they can give to their child is maintaining a strong bond of love between them as father and mother, as husband and wife. Holding that relationship first, that relationship primary, because then the child knows intuitively, I came from that love. I am sustained by that love. The Trinity speaks to us similarly. We come from that love. When we forget it, we can lose the hope connected to it. And that threatened place can happen within us, in which we can lose the hope and we can strike out at others, becoming self-consumed, anxious, fearful, greedy, depressed, and our lives can become devoid of meaning. But when we remember that love, then we can reflect the generosity of God. As Jesus says, the Spirit will glorify me because he will take from what is mine and declare it to you, and everything that the Father has is mine. Declared to you. Pure generosity. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Lover, beloved, and bond of love. May we